Hey everyone, I wanted to take a minute to share an unscripted response to the news that broke this week. And if you're anywhere near Catholic media or Notre Dame, you probably heard something to the effect of Notre Dame has removed Catholicism from its values, or something to the effect of Notre Dame has removed explicit mention of Catholicism from its values. Now, I am saying this as someone who is not only an alum of Notre Dame, but also currently a staff member who was actually in attendance at the town hall meeting that is being cited in these news stories. And I can firmly attest that even if in a technical sense, when you squint, the news breaking is accurate, the conclusion that it is leading you to believe is entirely misguided. The entire town hall meeting was entirely grounded in Catholicism and oriented toward it. And the reintroduction of the values statement included explicit grounding of all of the values in a broader, more foundational identity level Catholicism in terms of identity and mission, which really supersedes and informs values. So even if the optics could be read in a negative light, and they certainly have been, and I know that people love to jump on Notre Dame. Notre Dame is one of those places that you either love it or hate it, it seems, and people love to cheer both for our victories and often for our defeats, but in this case, I think what was only perceived. And since the news broke, Notre Dame has also explicitly clarified what I am saying, but even still before that clarification, and even without that clarification, the conclusion that Notre Dame was in any ways trying to remove Catholicism from its values is entirely misguided from my perspective as a staff member who was in attendance. The meeting began with a prayer, and every mention of identity as a university was explicitly grounded in Catholic identity. And so I don't ever claim that Notre Dame is a perfect place. Notre Dame does not claim to be a perfect place, but I firmly push back on anyone who starts to suggest or lead others to believe that Notre Dame is not a good place. And Notre Dame is a place that is distinctly Catholic in identity, in orientation, in mission, and all of her values are being lived out. And for the most part, I think this is true not only in principle and in theory, but in practice. Again, not perfectly done, but done very well and with good intention. And it's something that I see lived out every single day across the board, and not just with faculty, not just with students, but among staff members as well. So I guess I want to say this both to dispel what I perceive as rumors that are flying based on a misguided conclusion. And so please don't panic if you are someone who does love Notre Dame and is fearing that Notre Dame has lost her way. I don't believe that's true. From my perspective, even comparing Notre Dame now to Notre Dame 15 years ago or so when I first came here, 18 years ago or so when I first came here for undergrad, I have noticed a flourishing of Catholicism, unlike anything that I witnessed in undergrad. And it's something that is evidenced in mass attendance, in the excessively long confession lines, and it's not for the lack of priests or confessionals. They open up sometimes 4 at a time, but just simply due to demand. And so I can confidently say that Catholicism is alive and well at Notre Dame, and I have absolutely no concern whatsoever for the new values as they were presented even before the clarification, but I think as evidenced by the clarification, this is in no ways intended to detract from Notre Dame's core identity, which is always going to be as Our Lady's University. Thanks.